My name is Jonathan Courtney, and I'm the Director of Community for Giving What We Can. This is my Project for Awesome video for the Deworm the World initiative. For those of you who don't know, Project for Awesome is an amazing initiative set up by John and Hank Green in order to promote charities that are helping make the world a better place. As John has mentioned time and time again in his previous videos, one of the biggest problems facing the world today is the problem of extreme poverty. Giving What We Can, the organization I work for, was set up to try and find those organizations which it believes are best attacking the problem of extreme poverty. Our research has led us to nominate a select few charities, one of which is the Deworm the World initiative. Deworm the World is one of only a few charities which works exclusively on neglected tropical diseases. Wow. Neglected tropical diseases are so called because they are, well, neglected. Not many people focus on them. So even though they're really easy to treat and cheap to treat, very few resources are poured into them because people don't really know about them. Deworm the World works with ministries of health in both Africa and India to help implement school-based deworming programs which help to tackle neglected tropical diseases caused by parasitic worm infections. The treatments for these diseases only cost about 50 cents per year, so they're unbelievably cheap. And Deworm the World has worked with local governments to treat almost 40 million children. Let's take a closer look at one of their interventions in the Bihar region of India. This campaign back in 2011 treated 17 million children. They returned a year later in 2012 to retreat all of these children to make sure that infection rates remained incredibly low. These treatments can and do have a profound impact on students' lives. Take for example just one child, Saif Ali, who was helped by this intervention. As a young boy, Saif was extremely excited as a student. He loved the sciences and he wanted to grow up to be a scientist. He was actually doing incredibly well in school, consistently top of his class, until one day he complained to his parents of a stomachache. His parents took him to his local doctor who prescribed some medication for the pain, but Safi's ache continued. He found his appetite started to leave him, and he had a harder and harder time doing well in school, and eventually his grades started to slip. Then one day, the school authority delivered a solution to Safi's troubles. The teacher told them that they'd all be receiving albendazole tablets because there was a good chance that some of them had worm infection. Saf was given a small tablet by a trained teacher who recorded some information about him in order to make sure that the campaign was being run successfully. Healthcare workers were also available in the off chance that one of the children had a negative side effect to the medication. After being dewormed, Saf's energy returned and he began to perform much better in school. His whole family noticed a marked difference. Helping Saf and the 40 million other children like him is an absolutely amazing accomplishment. But I'm not nominating Deworm the World just simply because of this amazing achievement. I'm nominating it for the Project for Awesome because independent academic review has shown it to be one of the most effective ways to help people in the developing world. Other charity evaluators like GiveWell and research institutions like the Poverty Action Lab argue that Deworm the World and the intervention that it represents is one of the most effective ways to help people in the developing world. I think that when we're trying to help people like Saf, we shouldn't just be interested in helping them a bit. We should be trying to help them the best that we can. The way to do this is to pay attention to the evidence and to try to find those interventions which have the best chance of helping people the most. Our research has found that there's often a 10, 100, or even 1,000 times difference between the most and the least effective kinds of interventions. And these numbers matter because people matter. If we can help 10, 100, or even 1,000 times more people by changing where we're giving our money to, I think we should do that. Choosing better interventions means that we can help more people like Saf become healthy and remove some of the crippling barriers that often prevent people from reaching their dreams. There is no one solution to extreme poverty. It represents countless interlocking problems. But the way we address each of these interlocking problems is incredibly important, both for extreme poverty as a whole and for the people we're helping. Like you, John, I believe we can make the world a truly better place for people like Saf. It's difficult and it's challenging, but by using the best evidence available, we can make the world a much, much better place. Thanks so much for hosting the Project for Awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video on the Deworm the World initiative. I hope you all support it, and don't forget to be awesome.